Well, Sam, when you joined this club back in the summer, you knew you were joining an ambitious club that wanted to play in finals. You got 2 on the bounce now. How does it feel?
Yeah, incredible. Also, when I joined, speaking to the family and things, this was probably the goal, always to try and get to 2 finals. But actually, for it to be here and us about to go and play it is obviously incredible and pretty surreal moment, to be honest.
Here we are a few days out from what is a Heineken Champions Cup final. That sounds pretty good in itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome. There's been a huge buzz around the club. The boys are excited and we can't wait to get out there.
In terms of that buzz, we're here every day. We see how excited you boys are now, but you've got to quell that a little bit and it's got to get the focus on, isn't it?
Yeah, there's been a lot of detail obviously this week, so the guys are trying to soak it in as much as possible and hopefully come the weekend when we're playing against them, we can bring that buzz out and make as much noise and go well.
As someone who's played in France, have you been given some homework on the boys?
Yeah, there's just been a little bit pointers, but mainly, I spoke about earlier, just us focusing on ourselves, what the Chiefs boys do every week, and making sure that we play as well as we can and working hard on what we do.
Sam, talk us about the threat of Racing. They're a who's who of world rugby, pretty much, aren't they?
Yeah, they got threats across the board. I think if you can nullify a couple of their main players or their main talisman, then you can keep them pretty quiet. Keep Finn quiet, keep Kami Shat quiet, and Vakatawa's a pretty special individual as well. He'll work hard off Finn and his little magic. So keep those 2 quiet, and I think hopefully we can get on top of them.
Equally, Racing will probably be saying, got to keep Jack Noel quiet, Sam Simmons quiet, Joe Simmons quiet.
I thought you were going to say me there.
Sam Hidalgo-Clyne quiet.
Yeah, of course, but I think Chiefs, right across the board, probably a different team in terms of how hard every individual works for each other. I'd say probably Racing are a little bit more special in terms of that they've got individual brilliance across the board. So I'm hoping we work hard and we can outdo them on their fitness levels and make them work hard. Hopefully we'll come on top.
You're a number of months into life here now. What is the big thing that you think makes the Chiefs tick? What have you noticed coming from other clubs and you can suddenly see you're part of this now and this is what makes it work?
No, that's a good question. It is. It's definitely just the work rate and the work effort every single week. You have a big game last week and then sometimes people take out the foot off the pedal, but the coaches are just hammering us again to have a good week. So it's probably it's just the work effort and ethic and just every team, every week, just every day turning up and working hard for each other, and nothing changes for us. Whatever game we play, whether or not it's against a weaker side or a final, same effort.
Can you dare to dream what can happen over these next 2 weeks?
Not yet. I'm pretty excited. I just hope obviously it becomes true in a reality. But yeah, I'll be giving it everything on the weekend.
And obviously that's it, isn't it? You've got to empty the tank this week. You can't leave nothing in stock for next week. That will come next week.
Yeah. To be honest, none of the players really thought about next week. Obviously, it's the big 2 weeks, but all our focus this week has been on Racing. We've not mentioned the Prem final. We've not spoken about Wasps and being a Twickenham. Everything has been about Racing and how we nullify their threats and how we play our game. And then once we hopefully win that, then we can look at Wasps and then go on and win that as well.
Sam, the only downer is there's going to be no fans there, and this is a day that they would have savoured as much as you as players.
Yeah, of course, and I think everybody across the board, they would have loved fans to be there. I think the fans would have loved to be there. It's pretty disappointing for everyone in rugby. They're going to have to be sitting at home watching on TV, just like our families and things, which we're disappointed about. Celebrations aren't going to be there the same that they would have been. So I think right across the board everyone's disappointed, but it doesn't change our focus in terms of going there and doing a job and winning.
Have you felt the buzz of the Chiefs fans yet, even though you haven't seen them in the stadium, as a player when you're walking around town or something?
Well,
have you noticed it? I know you've played here before in the past.
I've certainly noticed that wherever you go in Exeter, generally somebody knows the Chiefs and they speak about the Chiefs, and you see the flags and the tops if you're going about town. So obviously I'm out in the sticks a little bit, so I've not seen it as much. But you hear about it, you see the fans, you hear random people come up to you in restaurants and things, and they talk about it and saying good luck for the weekend. So it's been great on that, and I'm excited for the fans to come back and hear the full noise.